If you are starting to notice, or maybe you already have some issues with moss creeping into your property, this video today is for you. There are many reasons why moss can take hold on your property, and not the least of which is poor drainage issues. Moss thrives in damp soil where water tends to sit. Another reason for moss in your lawn could be too much shade. Moss loves the shade, and it doesn't do particularly well in full sun. A low soil pH, that is acidic soil, can also lead to moss in your lawn. The low soil pH, 6 or below, can cause a weakening of the grass, and that in itself will invite moss to come and take hold. Compacted soil could be the issue. Compacted soil reduces water, air, and nutrient transfer to the root of the plant, to the root of the grass, and weakens that grass, which also invites the moss to take hold. Poor fertilization could be the issue. Of course, a poorly fertilized, deficient lawn can leave bald spots on the lawn, and that will lead, or potentially lead, to the moss taking hold. A thick layer of thatch can also trap moisture, and that moisture can promote moss growth. Now, let's take a look at how I eliminate moss in my lawn. When it comes to eliminating moss in your lawn, or moss in general, I suppose, there's really only two ways that I do it. I either use iron sulfate and a product like this, or I just manually rake it out. Of course, after I treat and remove the moss, I'm gonna have to go back and fix whatever those issues are. First, we'll apply the iron sulfate, and then I'll go back and I'll show you how I mitigate those issues. Now, iron sulfate comes in a whole collection of different methods of use. Iron sulfate you can get in a powder, you can get in a liquid, or you can get in a pre-mix like this. For a small job like this, as I said, I'll use the MossOut. It's inexpensive, it's quick, and it's easy to use. Now, everything that I'll be using for this, I have here. I have my MossOut that we've already talked about. I have a bow rake. I'm going to use my soil test kit to test the soil. I also have my pH reader. I could use that, but I'll use my pH tester in my test kit. I'm going to have to fix up the area after that moss has been killed and I've raked it out. So I'm going to have some grass seed. I have my starter fertilizer. And one thing you can't see here is an aerator. Of course, I'm not going to have that in the picture. However, I'm going to put down, that is, apply my MossOut. I'll wait 24 hours, and then I'm going to aerate, and we'll come back and we'll look at that section after I'm done. In 24 to 48 hours, that moss will be gone. I'll rake it up, and then we'll mitigate the other issues. So now it's been over 24 hours since I applied the MossOut, and I've come back, aerated as I said, and now let's have a look at what has happened to that moss. You can see it down here. It is dead all through here. There's nothing left of it. We come through, you can see other places, other pieces of it over here. That moss is completely dead. So my soil test has come back, no issues at all, which isn't really a surprise to me because I really keep a close eye on that. I'm going to now, as I said, rake this area out. I'm going to put down some topsoil. I'm going to add some seed, and I'm going to fertilize that just to get those areas to come back. I don't want to leave opportunities for moss to come back, or worse, weeds. Now that's it for now. With the moss removed, the soil tested, and a few key steps like aeration and fixing the grading, I'm setting this lawn up for success. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more lawn care tips. Also, I'd really like to hear from you. What's worked for you in your battle against moss? You can stick those in the comments section below. I'd be happy to reply to you. I'm Jeff Seaton. This has been Jeff Seaton Lawn Care. Thank you for watching.